Hello, 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 hello.
Strickhaare, Shirts und Jacken in Perfektion.
Oh, patate France, patate France, France. Oh, the France. Swine, swine, swine. The soccer is on Australia versus Saudi Arabia, isn't it? Whoever. Anyway, one, two, three. This one, this one. And we gotta see what's all about. Where we at? The news, hacker news.
Russian hackers exploit new NTLM flaw to deploy rat malware via phishing emails. A newly patched security flaw impacting Windows NT LAN Manager (NTLM) was exploited as a zero-day by a suspected Russia-linked actor as part of cyber attacks targeting Ukraine. The vulnerability in question, CVE 2024-43451 CVSS score 6.5, refers to an NTLM hash disclosure spoofing vulnerability that could be exploited to steal a user's NTLM v2 hash. It was patched by Microsoft earlier this week. Minimal interaction with a malicious file by a user, such as selecting, single-click, inspecting, right-click, or performing an action other than opening or executing, could trigger this vulnerability, Microsoft revealed in its advisory. Israeli cybersecurity company Clearsky, which discovered the zero-day exploitation of the flaw in June 2024, said it's been abused as part of an attack chain that delivers the open-source Spark rat malware. The vulnerability activates URL files, leading to malicious activity, the company said. Adding the malicious files were hosted on an official Ukrainian government site that allows users to download academic certificates. The attack chain involves sending phishing emails from a compromised Ukrainian government server doc.osvi to kp.gov.ua that prompts recipients to renew their academic certificates by clicking on a booby-trapped URL embedded in the message. This leads to the download of a zip archive containing a malicious internet shortcut.url file. The vulnerability is triggered when the victim interacts with the URL file by right-clicking, deleting, or dragging it to another folder. The URL file is designed to establish connections with a remote server 92.42.9630 inches to download additional payloads, including SparkRat. In addition, a sandbox execution raised an alert about an attempt to pass the NTLAN manager hash through the SMB server message block protocol. Clearsky said. After receiving the NTLM hash, an attacker can carry out a pass the hash attack to identify as the user associated with the captured hash, without needing the corresponding password. The Computer Emergency Response Team of Ukraine, CERT-UA, has linked the activity to a likely Russian threat actor it tracks as OAK-194. In recent weeks, the agency has also warned that phishing emails bearing tax-related lures are being used to propagate a legitimate remote desktop software named Lida Manager, describing the attack campaign as financially motivated and undertaken by a threat actor named OAK-50. Accountants of enterprises whose computers work with remote banking systems are in a special risk zone, CERT-UA warned. In some cases, as evidenced by the results of computer forensic investigations, it may take no more than an hour from the moment of the initial attack to the moment of theft of funds. Found this article interesting? Follow us on Twitter and LinkedIn to read more exclusive content we post. Free decryptor released for BitLocker-based ShrinkLocker ransomware victims. Romanian cybersecurity company Bitdefender. Free decryptor released for BitLocker-based ShrinkLocker ransomware victims. Romanian cybersecurity company Bitdefender has released a free decryptor to help victims recover data encrypted using the ShrinkLocker ransomware. The decryptor is the result of a comprehensive analysis of ShrinkLocker's inner workings, allowing the researchers to discover a specific window of opportunity for data recovery immediately after the removal of protectors from BitLocker encrypted disks. ShrinkLocker was first documented in May 2024 by Kaspersky, which found the malware's use of Microsoft's native BitLocker utility for encrypting files as part of extortion attacks targeting Mexico, Indonesia, and Jordan. Bitdefender, which investigated a ShrinkLocker incident targeting an unnamed healthcare company in the Middle East, said the attack likely originated from a machine belonging to a contractor, once again highlighting how threat actors are increasingly abusing trusted relationships to infiltrate the supply chain. In the next stage, the threat actor moved laterally to an Active Directory domain controller by making use of legitimate credentials for a compromised account, followed by creating 2 scheduled tasks for activating the ransomware process. While the first task executed a Visual Basic script check.vbs that copied the ransomware program to every domain-joined machine, the second task, scheduled for 2 days later, executed the locally deployed ransomware audit.vbs. The attack, Bitdefender said, successfully encrypted systems running Windows 10, Windows 11, Windows Server 2016, and Windows Server 2019. That said, the ShrinkLocker variant used is said to be a modified version of the original version, Described as simple yet effective, the ransomware stands out for the fact that it's written in VBScript, a scripting language that Microsoft said is being deprecated starting the second half of 2024. Plus, instead of implementing its own encryption algorithm, the malware weaponizes BitLocker to achieve its goals. The script is designed to gather information about the system configuration and operating system, after which it attempts to check if BitLocker is already installed on a Windows Server machine, and if not, installs it using a PowerShell command and then performs a forced reboot using Win32 shutdown. But Bitdefender said it noted a bug that causes this request to fail with a privilege not held error, causing the VB script to be stuck in an infinite loop due to a failed reboot attempt. Even if the server is rebooted manually, e.g. by an unsuspecting administrator, the script does not have a mechanism to resume its execution after the reboot, meaning that the attack may be interrupted or prevented, Martin Zuzek, Technical Solutions Director at Bitdefender, said. The ransomware is designed to generate a random password that's derived from system-specific information, such as network traffic, system memory, and disk utilization, using it to encrypt the system's drives. The unique password is then uploaded to a server controlled by the attacker. Following the restart, the user is prompted to enter the password to unlock the encrypted drive. The BitLocker screen is also configured to display the threat actor's contact email address to initiate the payment in exchange for the password. That's not all. The script makes several registry modifications to restrict access to the system by disabling remote RDP connections and turning off local password-based logins. As part of its cleanup efforts, it also disables Windows firewall rules and deletes audit files. Bitdefender further pointed out that the name ShrinkLocker is misleading as the namesake functionality is limited to legacy Windows systems and that it doesn't actually shrink partitions on current operating systems. By using a combination of group policy objects, GPOs, and scheduled tasks, it can encrypt multiple systems within a network in as little as 10 minutes per device, Zuzek noted. As a result, a complete compromise of a domain can be achieved with very little effort. Proactive monitoring of specific Windows event logs can help organizations identify and respond to potential BitLocker attacks, even in their early stages, such as when attackers are testing their encryption capabilities. By configuring BitLocker to store recovery information in Active Directory Domain Services, ADDS, and enforcing the policy do not enable BitLocker until recovery information is stored to ADDS for operating system drives, organizations can significantly reduce the risk of BitLocker-based attacks. Found this article interesting? Follow us on Twitter and LinkedIn to read more exclusive content we post. Southend United, U.S. entrepreneur provides new investment for club, BBC Sport. Southend United have been boosted by new investment from US-based technology entrepreneur Shivaz Gulati. He has joined the consortium, headed by Australian Justin Rees, which took over the National League club in the summer. Kasu, custodians of Southend United, bought the club from longtime owner Ron Martin following years of financial problems. I've been impressed by all the work Kasu and the team have already done in a short period of time, and the potential we have in front of us to make this one of the most sustainable and modern clubs in the country, Gulati said. He was a co-founder of international money transfer company Remitly in Seattle in 2011, but left 2 years ago to explore new opportunities. His undisclosed investment in the Shrimpers comes with a place on the board of directors and he is Kasu's 11th member. Since we first met 6 months ago, we've taken the time to get to know each other and ensure we share the same values and vision for the club, said Club Chairman Rees. Together, we're committed to building a community-centric club that achieves success sustainably. He brings not only a track record of building impactful, dynamic organizations but also a genuine passion for football and the Southend United story. Southend are 14th in the National League under boss Kevin Marr, having missed out on last season's playoffs because of a 10 points deduction imposed because of the financial issues. Meanwhile, the Shrimpers are considering whether to reopen Roots Hall's North Bank on a full-time basis after doing so for last weekend's FA Cup tie against League One side Charlton Athletic. In a letter to supporters, Chief Executive and CASU member Tom Lawrence has asked supporters to let the club know whether they would be interested in migrating from other parts of the stadium to seats in the North Bank. The club say there are operational costs involved in reopening that part of the ground. If there is significant support for it, we will finalize a revised stewarding plan and secure approval from all relevant stakeholders in advance of the game against Forest Green Rovers on Saturday, November 23rd, Lawrence added. School science and technology event rescheduled for next year. Rebecca Broad. BBC News, Isle of Man. A science and technology educational event postponed due to bus driver shortages is set to be rescheduled for early next year. The Enterprise Minister has confirmed. STEMfest, which also focuses on engineering and maths, is an annual event aimed at primary school children and had been due to take place on October 23rd and 24th. Tim Johnston MHK confirmed that cancellation was down to a challenge organizing enough bus transport but said new dates would be announced next month. It comes amid ongoing disruption to bus services on the island due to a lack of qualified drivers, which has seen temporary rejections in Sunday services. Johnston told the House of Keys that while Bus Bannon did a fantastic job in getting children to school each day, transporting all primary schools to the event had been a slight step too far under the present circumstances. The interactive event was set to have more than 30 organizations showcase exhibits about their sectors to spark an interest among children in science, technology, engineering and mathematics, STEM. Fairest approach. The Department for Enterprise had considered a number of alternatives, including using private transport providers, asking parents to take their children to the event, or extending the event by a day to spread the transport requirements over a longer period, Johnston said. However, the alternatives each had significant drawbacks, such as inconsistent attendance, increased pressures on businesses taking part, and additional costs, he continued. The Enterprise Minister told politicians the total cost of the event was £14,000, 4,500 British pounds of which was secured through private sector investment, with the remainder funded by the department. Those costs would be carried forward with no additional funds required, Johnston said. The fairest approach was to reschedule it for early 2025, ensuring the school year groups could attend within this academic year, he added. Why not follow BBC Isle of Man on Facebook and X? You can also send story ideas to ileofmen at bbc.co.uk.
Okay, I'd like to say that this is England, UK news, okay? And I live in Australia, and we gotta understand. I'm a bit nervous. I'm shaking my hand or something. Anyway, we gotta understand that we gotta be one-on-one. Takes two to tango, right? So we gotta go with the English people, the English government, the English whatever, because we are a Commonwealth country. What do you think this is? We can't listen to English? Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. We love England. We fuck you up, mate. Fuck you. Genocide. Fucking genocide, motherfucker. Get it right. Take it to the international court. If it was genocide, fucking genocide, up his fucking bananas, mate. That's how it is. You understand? We have to love and understand. The same with the United States. They said there was rules for war, army, and recognition of what do you mean being together? Otherwise, if there's an attack, they can be our ally. There was rule. I read this. I was reading this thing, and they said if Australia doesn't sign up with America, because China doesn't want Australia. Apparently, Australia say, why don't you sign up, and we can do a commission with your army, do this. And they say, no, you're going to come in and you're going to tell us what to do. If we do something, you say no. And Australia, China, behave. No, you're not going to tell us what to do. Well, we really need to control your madness. Control your madness. And they said, oh, yeah? You want to control shit. So we have to just join United States. So they can obey, fix the rules, contribute. Anyway, it's United States. China doesn't really want us to be out there. They're our ally. They don't want. They talk shit. America doesn't. Australia likes everything America does. Anyway, why don't you bring your Amazon? Why don't you bring all your American shit over here? Fucking settings, these settings, that settings. You're fucked, mate.
Ukraine gives award to foreign vigilantes for hacks on Russia. Joe Tidy. Cyber correspondent. A team of vigilante hackers carrying out cyber attacks against Russia has been sent awards of gratitude by Ukraine's military. The team, One Fist, has stolen data from Russian military firms and hacked cameras to spy on troops. The certificates are a controversial sign of how modern warfare is shifting.
Alright, can you fucking shut up? That's fucking ridiculous now. Ukraine, Russia. Don't you think it's gone too far now? Don't you think this should be stopped? Don't you think NATO should just step in and say, Russia, okay, here you go, boom, 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 boom. The capital of Russia is going down. You can see it on TV news. Fuck up, motherfucker. Why is this war going on? Why is the war in Israel going on? Why do you want fucking... You fucking dickheads. You're fucking dickheads. You're fucking dickheads. Anyone who's Muslim, they might say, oh, the world see us as enemy, and the world see us as bad. The world see us fucking Iraqi shit. Iraqi shit. Iraqi shit. That's what they reckon, bruh. That's what I reckon, bro. They reckon it's shit. Iraqi shit, man. They reckon United States can overdo Iraq in every level. Guns, fight, war, gangs, fucking these up the fucking American. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Fuck him up, America. Fuck him up, mate. Yeah, I love you.
Concerns have been raised about the practice of states encouraging civilian hackers. One of the hackers, called Voltage, has been coordinating hacks from his home in the U.S. His real name is Christopher Courtright, and he is an IT worker from Michigan. The 53-year-old told the BBC he is delighted his efforts for Ukraine have been officially recognized with a certificate of gratitude. One Fist is made up of hackers from 8 different countries, including the UK, US, and Poland. They have collectively launched dozens of cyber attacks, celebrating each one on social media. The certificates were sent to them all for a significant contribution to the development and maintenance of vital activities of the military. They were signed by the commander of the Airborne Assault Forces of Ukraine. Ukraine's Ministry of Defense did not respond to the BBC's request for comment. Since the start of the conflict, Ukraine has controversially been encouraging volunteer hackers to attack Russian targets. But sending out official awards to foreign civilians is being seen as a controversial move and a sign of the times. Although many nations, including the UK and the US, have official award systems for ethical hacking, this is thought to be the first time a country has awarded hackers for malicious and possibly criminal hacks. In October, in response to the increase in vigilante hacking in Ukraine and in the Gaza...
Okay. To make sure that you're listening, why doesn't stop the war? Get on the border, right? NATO or UN get on the border and not let them go over the border. They said, Russia, that is Ukraine. Doesn't matter now, Russia. You're still in it back. You understand? So that's war crimes, Russia. And Russia might say, we just keep going. We're not going to stop. And they don't do anything about it. Okay, it's like the drugs in America. They don't do anything about drugs in America. Or in Chile, they don't do anything about drugs either. It might look like they are doing it. Yeah. What did they do? Nothing. Here in Australia, at least they don't live on the streets and have gun wars or shit. Fuck up, man. It's fucking ridiculous. Disgusting. Killing each other. Disgusting.
Conflict. The International Committee of the Red Cross, ICRC, warned against the use and encouragement of civilian hackers. It published guidelines to reinforce its ethos of the rules of war laid out in the existing Geneva Conventions. Dr. Lukas Olignik, author of Philosophy of Cybersecurity, said Ukraine's awards to foreign hackers are potentially problematic. Giving out awards may further blur the lines between combatants and civilians and even undermine the recent call by the ICRC to limit and end the involvement of civilians in combat operations. In the long run, such an erosion is dangerous, he said. Dr. Olignik also said it is a testament of our times that cyber is now considered as a domain of operations and that anyone can join the fight online. Christopher started hacking Russia when it launched the full-scale invasion in February.
Okay, anyone can join online. That's just ridiculous too. What are you gonna be safe or not online? Like, if anyone listen to me, we need love, we need care, we need people who understands the internet, people who can go live on games, nice people, beautiful people. We need good manners.
February 2022, and says he has devoted himself to the cause and sacrificed a lot. I've lost my job doing this and spent all my life savings in pursuit of a victory for Ukraine, he said from his home office. This award is a real morale booster, he said. The awards do not state which cyber attacks were most useful, but Voltage has 3 in mind as the most likely candidates. At the start of the invasion in 2022, OneFist spent months mapping out the physical and cyber locations of hundreds of publicly viewable CCTV cameras in Ukraine. It was discovered that Russian forces were using them to monitor troops, so his team helped get the camera switched off. Conversely, it was OneFist that hacked into cameras in occupied Crimea to catalog Russian tanks and equipment being moved over the Kerch Bridge. And most recently, in January, Christopher and others also successfully hacked into a prominent Russian weapons maker and stole 100 gigabytes of private data, which led to a public celebration from the Ukrainian authorities. The array of information transferred to the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine contains drawings, specifications, patents, software referring to both existing and promising military developments, the announcement said. Ukraine added that the data stolen was a significant blow to Moscow and worth $1.5 billion, $1.2 billion, although it did not say how this figure was reached. The Ukraine conflict prompted a surge of cyber activity, mostly from supporters of Ukraine. Groups like the Anonymous Collective targeted Russia with disruptive and low-level hacks that Russia largely brushed off. In some instances, TV and radio stations were hijacked and news websites defaced. Russian authorities too have been accused of working with...
Okay, so how good is it that North Korea is joining Russia to fight Ukraine? Isn't that a good thing? Or is that a bad thing? Which one is it? I don't know, because they keep the war on and on and on, so it must be something important that North Korea is doing. That's good. Hopefully they're going to start World War III. That must be ridiculous, but in the long run, it's a good thing, ain't it?
Vigilante hacking groups like Killnet to attack Ukraine, but has never admitted having any relationship to the gangs. Most of the vigilante hacking activity on both sides dissipated after the first year as the war ground on. But OneFist has kept attacking Russia and increasingly worked closely with the Ukrainian forces on choosing targets. Emily Taylor, chief executive of Oxford Information Labs and editor of Chatham House Cyber Policy Journal, agrees that the hacking awards are a landmark moment that might shift thinking about how cyber volunteers are used in conflicts. Governments usually discourage non-state actors from taking direct action in the cyber domain for fear of escalation or unintended consequences. But wartime is often a period of extraordinary technological innovation, and the Ukraine invasion is no exception, she said. Sometimes these events force a reconsideration of issues that have previously been taboo. Christopher says his team has built up a strong relationship with the Ukrainian military. They send us ideas and we send them options, but they don't ever give us any help or funding, as I think that would cross some sort of line, he said. Christopher recognizes that receiving military awards is controversial, but is determined to keep hacking for Ukraine. AI video generator, text-to-video AI tool, Canva. Magically turn ideas into videos. Engage your audience with talking heads. No need to go in front of the camera with a video generator. AI video generator, text-to-video AI tool, Canva. Magically turn ideas into videos. Engage your audience with talking heads. No need to go in front of the camera with a video generator. AI turns your photo or selfie into a talking head, or you can pick an available AI avatar. Make your presenter deliver your script in over 40 languages, or upload a voice or audio. Use the AI Avatar Video Generator or AI Headshot Generator, opens in a new tab or window on Canva to add human elements and connect with your audience, whether it's an onboarding vid, ad, or anything in between. Supercharge your video with impactful visuals. Make your AI-created video more dynamic with visuals and effects. Access pre-made templates, stickers, and graphics from our curated media library. Create original animations, opens in a new tab or window for any element to bring movement to your clips. Play around with different fonts and color schemes to match the mood of your video. Forget complex editing tools, let your creativity run free with AI text-to-video on Canva. How to make AI-generated video. Start of list, how how to make AI generated video. Skip to end of how to make AI generated video list. Launch Canva. Open Canva to access the AI text to video generator. Browse our gallery of customizable templates, or begin your design project from scratch. Access the AI video generator app. Click Apps in the editor side panel and select Magic Media to begin the AI video creation process. Create AI video. Under the Vitis tab, enter a detailed description of the video you want to generate. Click Generate Video and wait a few minutes for your video to be processed. Customize your AI generated video. Add stickers, graphics, and other elements from our library. Explore our editing tools and AI video generator, text to video AI tool, Canva. Magically turn ideas into videos. Engage your audience with talking heads. No need to go in front of the camera with a video generator. AI turns your photo or selfie into a talking head, or you can pick an available AI avatar. Make your presenter deliver your script in over 40 languages or upload a voice or audio. Use the AI avatar video generator or AI headshot generator, opens in a new tab or window on Canva to add human elements and connect with your audience, whether it's an onboarding vid, ad, or anything in between. Supercharge your video with impactful visuals. Make your AI created video more dynamic with visuals and effects. Access pre-made templates, stickers, and graphics from our curated media library. Create original animations, opens in a new tab or window for any element to bring movement to your clips. Play around with different fonts and color schemes to match the mood of your video. Forget complex editing tools, let your creativity run free with AI text to video on Canva. How to make AI generated video. Start of list, how to make AI generated video. Skip to end of how to make AI generated video list. Launch Canva. Open Canva to access the AI text to video generator. Browse our gallery of customizable templates, or begin your design project from scratch. Access the AI video generator app. Click Apps in the editor side panel and select Magic Media to begin the AI video creation process. Create AI video. Under the Vitis tab, enter a detailed description of the video you want to generate. Click Generate Video and wait a few minutes for your video to be processed. Customize your AI generated video. Add stickers, graphics, and other elements from our library. Explore our editing tools and trim, rotate, or crop clips as needed. You can also apply video transitions or filters. Present, download, or share. Once you're satisfied with your work, download it as a high-resolution MP4 file. Share your AI video via social media or email. Or, present your video directly from the editor. Skip to start of how to make AI generated video list. End of list, how to make AI generated video generate AI video. Open Canva to access the AI text to video generator. Browse our gallery of customizable templates, or begin your design project from scratch. Click Apps in the editor side panel and select Magic Media to begin the AI video creation process. Under the Vitis tab, enter a detailed description of the video you want to generate. Click Generate Video and wait a few minutes for your video to be processed. Add stickers, graphics, and other elements from our library. Explore our editing tools and trim, rotate, or crop clips as needed. You can also apply video transitions or filters. Once you're satisfied with your work, download it as a high-resolution MP4 file. Share your AI video via social media or email. Or, present your video directly from the editor. Generate AI video. Frequently asked questions. An AI video generator is a tool that generates videos from descriptions using artificial intelligence algorithms. These text-to-video generators use AI to create or enhance video content from text inputted by users. AI video generation helps craft high-quality videos without the need for expensive equipment, actors, or even video editing skills. The text-to-video feature in the AI video creator quickly generates videos from text with AI avatars and voices, making it the best text-to-video generator AI. Choose your ideal avatar, type your script, and generate talking head videos for your product releases. Explainer videos, and more in minutes. A talking head video is one of the most common types of video used for e-learning. It features a person, or the subject matter expert SME, who directly addresses the viewer in an interview-like format. This video type is often shot from the chest or waist upwards, with the presenter either standing or sitting. Because of their human elements, What sets talking head videos apart from other video types is they let students or instructors communicate directly through the camera, as if they're having a one-to-one conversation with learners. Talking head videos are ideal for brief and straightforward learning sessions, which users can access on their own time. With tools like an AI video generator from text, you can break down lengthy presentations into a series of shorter clips. Yes, it can. Type in the script you want the avatar from 300 plus voices available in 40 plus languages. Then, watch as AI generates your video in minutes. Use the AI video maker.
Okay, I have to go now. Canva and this one, they can do text to video. So You just put a photo, text to the text, and then it starts reading you out. It's winning award. It's winning award. It's like world record. You cannot do that. It can only do it for you. This one is called. I'll try to put all the links on the video so you can go to it. Some of it you have to pay a little bit, but it's not much. It's only like $13 a week or $48 for 5 months. And it's all right. It's all right. Don't be scared. Don't be shy. Don't let the cat take your tongue. And there's many others. There's one. There's that one. That one. That one. That one. That one. That one. There's heaps. There's heaps. There's heaps, bro. There's heaps. There's one called Sora. My mom is ringing me. Sora. Sora creating video from text.
Sora, OpenAI. Research leads Bill Peebles and Tim Brooks. Systems led Connor Holmes. Core contributors: Clarence Ang, David Skner, Eric Lemon, Joe Taylor, Li Jing.
I don't know why she's doing that, but it's Sora. Open Sora turns prompt into like this one.
OpenSora turns AI prompts into photorealistic videos. Wired. We already know that OpenAI's chatbots can pass the bar exam without going to law school. Now, just in time for the Oscars, a new OpenAI app called Sora hopes to master cinema without going to film school. For now a research product, Sora is going out to a few select creators and a number of security experts who will red team it for safety vulnerabilities. OpenAI plans to make it available to all wannabe auteurs at some unspecified date, but it decided to preview it in advance. Other companies, from giants like Google to startups like Runway, have already revealed text-to-video AI projects. But OpenAI says that Sora is distinguished by its striking photorealism, something I haven't seen in its competitors, and its ability to produce longer clips than the brief snippets other models typically do, up to 1 minute. The researchers I spoke to won't say how long it takes to render all that video.
You do a video for 1 minute, and then once you finish in the minute, at the end of the minute, then do another one for another minute from where you left it at the end of the 1 minute. Then you got 2 minutes, and then from 2 minutes you go 3 minutes, then go 4 minutes, or something like that. You know what I mean?
Video. But when pressed, they described it as more in the going out for a burrito ballpark than taking a few days off. If the hand-picked examples I saw are to be believed, the effort is worth it. OpenAI didn't let me enter my own prompts, but it shared 4 instances of Sora's power. None approached the purported 1 minute limit, the longest was 17 seconds. The first came from a detailed prompt that sounded like an obsessive screenwriter setup. Beautiful, snowy Tokyo City is bustling. The camera moves through the bustling city street, following several people enjoying the beautiful snowy weather and shopping at nearby stalls. Gorgeous sakura petals are flying through the wind along with snowflakes. The result is a convincing view of what is unmistakably Tokyo, in that magic moment when snowflakes and cherry blossoms coexist. The virtual camera, as if affixed to a drone, follows a couple as they slowly stroll through a streetscape. One of the passers-by is wearing a mask. Cars rumble by on a riverside roadway to their left, and to the right shoppers flit in and out of a row of tiny shops. It's not perfect. Only when you watch the clip a few times do you realize that the main characters, a couple strolling down the snow-covered sidewalk, would have faced a dilemma had the virtual camera kept running.
Like this Sora one, you can add extra effects and you can add extra features while you got the video that you are trying to make with the text and the photos. And it's just doing incredible. World record, mate. World record. God.
Running. The sidewalk they occupy seems to dead end. They would have had to step over a small guardrail to a weird parallel walkway on their right. Despite this mild glitch, the Tokyo example is a mind-blowing exercise in world building. Down the road, production designers will debate whether it's a powerful collaborator or a job killer. Also, the people in this video, who are entirely generated by a digital neural network, aren't shown in close-up, and they don't do any emoting. But the Sora team says that in other instances they've had fake actors showing real emotions. The other clips are also impressive, notably one asking for an animated scene of a short fluffy monster kneeling beside a red candle, along with some Detailed stage directions, wide eyes and open mouth, and a description of the desired vibe of the clip. Sora produces a Pixar-esque creature that seems to have DNA from a Furby, a Gremlin, and Sully in Monsters Incorporated. I remember when that latter film came out, Pixar made a huge deal of how difficult it was to create the ultra-complex texture of a monster as far as the creature moved around. It took all of Pixar's wizards months to get it right. OpenAI's new text-to-video machine just did it. It learns about 3D geometry and consistency, says Tim Brooks, a research scientist on the project, of that accomplishment. We didn't bake that in, it just entirely emerged from seeing a lot of data. While the scenes are certainly impressive, the most startling of Sora's capabilities are those that it has not been trained for. Powered by a version of Theta Fusion Modellist by OpenAI's DALL 3 image generator as well as the transformer-based engine of GPT-4, Sora does not merely churn out videos that fulfill the demands of the prompts, but does so in a way that shows an emergent grasp of cinematic grammar. That translates into a flair for storytelling. In another video that was created off of a prompt for a gorgeously rendered papercraft world of a coral reef, rife with colorful fish and sea creatures, Bill Peebles, another researcher on the project, notes that Sora created a narrative thrust by its camera angles and timing. There's actually multiple shot changes, these are not stitched together, but generated by the model in one go, he says. We didn't tell it to do that, it just automatically did it. In another example I didn't view, Sora was prompted to give a tour of a zoo. It started off with the name of the zoo on a big sign, gradually panned down, and then had a number of shot changes to show the different animals that live at the zoo, says Peebles. It did it in a nice and cinematic way that it hadn't been explicitly instructed to do. One feature in Sora that the OpenAI team didn't show, and may not release for quite a while, is the ability to generate videos from a single image or a sequence of frames. This is going to be another really cool way to improve storytelling capabilities, says Brooks. You can draw exactly what you have on your mind and then animate it to life. OpenAI is aware that this feature also has the potential to produce deepfakes and misinformation. We're going to be very careful about all the safety implications for this, Peebles adds.
Okay, I gotta go now. I don't know what's going on here, but why? Does it have a search button or like what does it do? The video on YouTube.
I'm Mike Lacourt. I'm a private professional investigator. Let's answer your questions from the internet. This is Private Investigator Support. Feisty Potential 3392. What is the most interesting case you have ever solved? A client of ours was being blackmailed. This individual had a mistress, and that information would have been devastating to him if
You like that? Oh, you have to. Yeah, like it.
So Black Forest Labs just dropped a major update with Flux 1.1 Pro, bringing AI image generation to a new level with ultra-realistic...
This is a reaction. 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 Hopefully this is something you might like. So hopefully I'm doing the right thing. I'm into Mix Hector in the future. I don't know what I'm going to do. So come with me to a journey. I'm about to cry because I love you, you subscribers. Are the only one to see it. You're the only one to know it. You subscribers are beautiful. You people who are subscribed to my channel, who is about 37 to 40 subscribers, not 4,000 or 5,000. I should have heaps, but no one wants to watch my videos. I'm into Miss Hector, into Miss Hector, into Miss Hector, into Miss Hector. Subscribe. Reaction.
realistic visuals, and high-speed 4K resolution. We'll also dig into Google's new AI hub in Saudi Arabia, Microsoft's AI-powered Xbox chatbot, a startup using AI to sniff out fake sneakers, and how Cartier is blending AI with luxury exhibitions. There's a lot to cover, so let's get into it. Let's kick off with Black Forest Labs and their updated Flux 1.1 Pro image generator. If you're familiar with Stable Diffusion, the popular open-source AI for image generation, you'll recognize some of the team here. The folks at Black Forest Labs were actually part of the original crew that developed Stable Diffusion. After leaving, they went on to launch Flux, a model that's pushing AI-generated imagery even further. So with Flux 1.1 Pro, there are two major new features: Ultra Mode and Raw Mode. Ultra Mode is one of the most talked about features of Flux 1.1 Pro. It's all about delivering high-resolution images up to 4K resolution without sacrificing speed or image quality. In the world of AI-generated art, high resolution often comes at a steep cost. Models tend to slow down dramatically, sometimes taking minutes to process a single image. Flux's Ultra Mode changes that. According to Black Forest Labs, it processes images more than 2.5 times faster than other high-resolution AI models, producing a 4K image in roughly 10 seconds. This speed doesn't come at the cost of detail either. Many high-res models on the market struggle with what's called prompt adherence, meaning they don't always stay true to the input text, especially when processing larger images. Flux's Ultra Mode has been fine-tuned to maintain accuracy, which is a big deal for professionals who rely on prompt precision. This feature alone makes Ultra Mode incredibly valuable for industries like digital marketing, content creation, and even gaming, where high-quality visuals need to be generated quickly and consistently. The pricing model for Ultra Mode is competitive as well, costing about 6 cents per image. For freelancers, studios, and companies that need high-res images regularly, this cost is lower than many alternatives out there, especially given the quality and speed. Ultra Mode is particularly appealing to those who work in areas like advertising or media production, where quality can't be compromised and deadlines are tight. Then there's Raw Mode, which offers a completely different aesthetic. One of the biggest criticisms of AI art, especially with earlier models, is that it often looks a bit too polished, almost synthetic. Raw Mode addresses that by aiming to capture the imperfections and candid qualities you'd expect from a real-life photo. Black Forest Labs describes this as creating a less synthetic, more natural aesthetic. With Raw Mode, Flux generates images that look like they were captured in the moment, even if they're completely fabricated by the AI. This mode focuses on diversifying human subjects, adding more realistic textures, expressions, and variations. For instance, when generating portraits, Raw Mode can simulate natural lighting, subtle facial imperfections, and nuanced expressions. The result is a level of depth and diversity that's rare in other AI models, making the images feel much closer to authentic, candid snapshots. Raw Mode is particularly useful for fields that prioritize a natural look. Think photojournalism-style content, documentary projects, or lifestyle brands that rely on a genuine, unfiltered aesthetic. Black Forest Labs has showcased some examples, from portraits to nature shots, and even some offbeat ones like an octopus in a top hat in a bathtub. The mode's versatility lets creators experiment with everything from realistic street scenes to surreal.
Okay, that's ridiculous as well. That AI is helping companies, is helping YouTube, is helping many other things that us humans can't even get to it, don't even know how to it and what to it. And I know I'm wrong because there's others who making money out of it, and I can show you one day how they make money out of it, and you go, yes, they're making money out of it, and some companies are using AI to prompt the company to see if they can get extras or other things to do with the in the money market, and how they can produce more to get extras. So AI is always advancing, always updating. Very good. YouTube. Subscribe to Intimix Hector.
Realist, narrative-driven images. In the AI scene, Flux 1.1 Pro has been climbing up the artificial analysis image arena leaderboard, where it's currently one of the top-rated models, even outperforming some bigger names like Ideogram V2 and Midjourney V6.1. For developers wanting to incorporate Flux into their own apps, Black Forest Labs has launched a beta BFL API. It's scalable and priced competitively, so it should be interesting to see what people build with it. Now, one topic that often comes up with generative AI is data ethics. Black Forest Labs has not publicly detailed the training data used to create Flux. Given the pattern in the industry, it's likely that their training set involved large-scale scraping of internet images, a practice that has fueled debate over copyright and consent. Stability AI, the team's previous employer, is currently facing a significant lawsuit from Getty Images due to unauthorized use of their content in training Stable Diffusion. If similar issues arise with Flux, Black Forest Labs could find itself in legal trouble as well. Alright, now Google's making a big move in the Middle East by opening an AI-focused data center in Saudi Arabia. This center is designed to help develop Arabic language AI models and create AI applications specifically tailored to Saudi Arabia. It's part of the country's Vision 2030 initiative, which is focused on reducing dependency on oil by diversifying into sectors like tech and AI. Saudi Arabia has a huge investment fund, around $500 billion for new technologies, and they're making AI a priority. They're even using it in their oil industry, where AI-driven systems have boosted oil production by 15% in certain fields. Saudi Arabia's goal here is to increase industrial efficiency and keep pace with global tech advancements. Now, Google's involvement has stirred up some questions about their environmental commitments. Back in 2020, Google said it would cut back on projects supporting fossil fuel companies and pledged to halve their carbon emissions by 2030. So their expansion into Saudi Arabia, a country still heavily invested in oil, has led some to ask how this lines up with those commitments. Google insists this move doesn't conflict with their climate goals, but it highlights the tight balance companies face between growing globally and meeting environmental expectations. Moving into gaming, Microsoft's rolled out a new AI-powered support chatbot for Xbox. Right now, Xbox insiders in the US can try it out on support.xbox.com. It's there to handle support questions about everything from console issues to in-game problems, helping players get...
That's ridiculous. Well, it's like they got an open source where you can ask the question, forum or whatever, and you're gonna go, yeah, Hector, into me. Didn't you know they got a forum that says technology or AI or anything into me sector. You just go to it, sign up. Every time you log in, you got to sign up to ask the questions. Why don't you have that in your computer? Why is that CPU? Why your graphic or whatever Hector into me sector? You're too late, huh? Well, you're fuck with Hector. You're fuck with.
Get faster answers. The chatbot itself appears as either a colorful Xbox orb or a character that animates while responding. It's actually part of a larger shift at Microsoft to bring more AI into Xbox's ecosystem. Future plans include adding AI to game content creation, game testing, and even creating generative AI-driven NPCs, non-player characters. Microsoft is working with InWorld AI on this, so we could see more dynamic NPCs in upcoming games. CEO Satya Nadella has been pushing all of Microsoft's divisions to focus on AI, and Xbox is now getting a taste of it. The chatbot marks a careful but significant step forward for Xbox in adopting AI, especially in the way it improves user experience by delivering faster AI-driven support. This next one is pretty unique. A startup named Osmo has developed tech to authenticate sneakers by their smell. Yep, they're using AI to sniff out counterfeit sneakers by analyzing scent profiles. Founded by Alex Wilchko, a former Google researcher, Osmo uses AI-enabled sensors to pick up on subtle markers like factory chemicals and adhesives that are usually hard to detect otherwise. They've already started testing this tech, comparing 10 real sneakers to 10 fake ones for 2 Nike models with over 95% accuracy in distinguishing the authentic ones. It's impressive given the scale of the counterfeit sneaker market, estimated to be worth around $450 billion, about 5 times the value of the legitimate sneaker market. With this tech, Osmo can pick up specific scent markers, like an animal fur smell on certain Nike models, while fakes often smell like glue. The startup has been piloting this technology with a secondhand sneaker platform, and if it scales up, this scent-driven tech could be huge for the sneaker industry, adding a whole new layer of authentication. Finally, let's talk about Cartier. The luxury brand is merging AI with its heritage for an exhibition in Shanghai's Museum East. titled Cartier: The Power of Magic. This exhibition includes over 300 pieces of Cartier jewelry and artifacts from around the world. Some of the notable pieces include Maria Felix's flexible snake necklace from 1968, the Duchess of Windsor's panther brooch from 1949, and a range of Cartier's famous mystery clocks. For the exhibit's design, Cartier partnered with Chinese artist Kai Guoqiang, who created a custom AI model called KM specifically for this project. The AI-driven design brings the exhibition to life in a way that goes beyond traditional displays, creating an immersive experience for visitors. It's not only a first for Cartier, but also for the museum itself, showing how luxury brands are using AI to appeal to tech-savvy audiences in new ways. So what do you think about these AI updates? Are we seeing the future of everyday tech? Drop your thoughts below, and if you enjoyed this dive, don't forget to like and subscribe for more AI insights. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Okay, I have to go now. I have to really go now. My mum must be fucking going, oh, you naughty boy. You naughty boy. One day I was talking to my mum, right, about some shit about my computer and all this, and she said, be quiet. My mum was going, she's really trying to ring me. There must be something so important. Oh, they scored a goal, did they? Saudi Arabia, KSA. Who's KSA? Kazakhstan. They scored a goal and they disallowed it. They disallowed the goal. Australia should have lost the match, but no, because of some regulations where the player hit the ball from outside, the ball went into many players and he hit one of the white players who was outside. That's it. The boys, they're not allowed. No, look, they're arguing. They're arguing. They're arguing the point. They're checking it on their BER now, or BER, whatever you call it. That's probably what my mum's trying to tell me. Let's go to go. Australia accidentally lost. No, they disallowed the goal. They disallowed the goal. Saudi Arabia or whatever it was, KSA. You know, look at that. Look. Look at that, bro. That's fucking ridiculous, man. They disallowed the goal, bro. Australia should be losing. Australia should be losing. Oh, they missed the goal. Australia missed the goal. Ha ha ha. Anyway, I gotta go. Australia, there's only about 20 seconds to 30 seconds left on the game. It's on extra time. Australia goes in. The guy does a bicycle kick and goal. Oop, nothing. Close to score. Good match. The last 10 minutes of it was the best. Otherwise, for you who are European, are gonna say, how boring. How boring this soccer. Yeah, it is. It is boring. Boring to you, European. How dare you have 16 teams in the World Cup and South America only got 7 teams. And then if you got 7 teams, that means more teams and more Europeans in the World Cup. How dare you put more? How fucked up is Europe, eh? They got all the money, they got everything. They fucking up themselves, motherfucker. Go Europe, mate. I better go, bro. Adios, amigo. Ciao. Subscribe to Intimate Sector. This is the journey, and you gotta come through the journey for the future. And when we go there next time, whatever, always having beautiful things. I love you. Intimate Sector. Subscribe.